Good morning and welcome. Today is, oh my goodness, can't remember what the date is, but I know it's Wednesday. It is July the 12th. So I had to go look on my phone. Um, Welcome to my little coffee corner on doing tarot cards. And today is a very reflective kind of day. It's a day after all the craziness of the full moon, and I'm feeling kind of mellow. There's a little bit of anxiety there because I know there's some things coming up this weekend and coming up in the next couple days, and I can feel it. But today is sort of a day, a processing day of just allowing and processing the energies. And it's a wonderful day to sit back and journal and um, get some things in order, do some reflection. That's what this day is all about. And I brought in a couple different decks today. So we still have the moon in Aquarius, but it's going to be going into Pisces soon. The sun is going to be in Cancer. So we have this, water that's starting to be, kind of like this fixed pool. And that's what I feel. It's like a fixed pool of water that is, it's there. There's some movement in it, but it's nothing like a big tidal wave or anything along that line. It's just a nice, nice little pool. So we have, it's like you got the stream coming in and this beautiful pool of water of just like, okay, we can just sort of breathe for a moment and just allow ourselves to breathe. So that's what this is. So let me, because it's coffee corner and I do have my coffee. This is my little coffee cup for today. And I brought in, and as I said, I brought in a couple decks. So this is the rider deck that I use all the time. So I have a rider deck, but I have a few other decks. And one of the ones, it's called the Mother of Peace round deck. And it's a round deck. It's very beautiful. And you do, what I love about it, it's very simplistic. Very simplistic. It is very easy to read. Drawings are very simple. I think this is out. It's out of print. I don't think you can get this one anymore, but you do get a little book with it. That's what I like. I like to have to, because usually, with the tarots, the basic meaning is there. But when you get a tarot deck that, like the Mother of Peace deck, it's really nice to get their insight of what they were feeling with that symbol and the energies of that symbol. So that's what I like, when I look into the books, to learn, what their perception of is, because when you're using that deck, you're drawing in on that energy. Now, another one that I have, and I'm just going to show you 3 decks today. I have a lot, but is the Sacred Tarot deck. And this Sacred Circle Tarot deck, it is a Druid deck. It is based on the spirit of Britain and Ireland and of the sacred places. Now, this is sort of a spiritual legacy of the pagan Celts. And this deck, and I have it in a few places, you can get it in a smaller edition or you can get it with the big book. And I like to, if I can get the tarots with the big book, I love it because it's like reading a story. That's what it is. Because it really gives you, some information there, the symbolism, the divination meaning, the reverse meaning. So it goes into a whole story with the cards and the meaning. So that's what I like about, having the books. It is like a story. But the one that I've been using, because this is a very easy deck, easier deck. This is the deck that I usually teach with, and I advise my students to get it because it is numbered, and it's really, can get tarot decks that aren't numbered, and if you're not knowing what the major arcana numbers are, it's really kind of more difficult to sort of figure it out. So yeah, so there's my little lesson on tarot decks for this morning. So let's just do some shuffling here and let's get going on this reading. So we're going to call in Archangel Michael because it's his day. And so we're going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, please come in. Thank you. Watch over and guide us with this reading today. And help us to give us some insight for today in loving guidance in all that we do and all that we say and all that we be throughout our day. So help us with our day today. And that's what my reading is. They're readings for each day, sort of like covering the whole aspect of the day. And I like to draw 3 cards. It's just one of my things that I like to do, and then overall energy card of it. So I like to, you know, give them a nice good shuffle, tap. These cards I use quite a bit for readings. These aren't the only cards that I use for readings. And that's the other thing. I do have my readings on sale right now. And you can go to maryjunetracy.com if you want to book a reading, a more in-depth reading. And we do have Astro Tarot readings. That's really cool. Sorry. They're telling me to shut up. My guides. I love it. I love it. Love my guides. Yeah, they're just like, shh. This bottom one is coming out. This one is coming out. Whew. Oh, top one. And then that one. Okay. So. It's funny. It's really funny how cards sort of replay themselves throughout the week on the energies. And this one, as we're beginning, is the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups, when you look at this beautiful card, it shows all these cups filled. And all the cups are filled with different offerings. And they're on a cloud. So it's your consciousness, your subconsciousness of all the different things that you can choose in your life. And there's going to be, you know, this is like a day of, what do you want to start focusing on? Where do you want to start going? And there's so many different ways, but it's choosing one. It's choosing one because it's helping you to get going on your destiny. Now, this card came up yesterday, the 3 of Wands. So this is like he's overseeing his whole future, you know, and there he is looking at everything on where to go. What road do I take? And you see this? These are the options. And he's still looking at everything. And we got the 5 of Wands. Now the 5 of Wands, I mean, their wands aren't really touching, but they're kind of chaotic. So it's almost like there's a lot of chaos in choosing what it is that you want. And in choosing what you want, it's like, should I go here, go there? And it's like all this types of confusion and wonderment on what I should be doing and where I should be going. So today is sort of a really drawback kind of energy day of just refocusing. You know, like I said, you know, it's kind of like we're still in a Aquarius, but our moon is going, the moon's, you know, heading into Pisces. So it's kind of like sitting in that, you know, pool in the stillness and looking out, because there is some chaos coming. You know, and how are you going to deal with it? But it's not bad chaos. It can be kind of good chaos. Some people just love chaos. I'm tired of chaos in my life, really. And the overall is the 4 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Wands here, there's this celebration of the family. So it's really looking at when you put them all together, because there's always a story when you're doing tarot readings or any type of readings with cards. It's telling you that there's a lot of intuition working here. There's a lot of fire. And we're going to be moving into a lot of fire coming into this weekend, definitely. But we're starting off with some emotion on choosing. But we've got to follow our intuition on what we are going to choose. And trust that that road is the road that we're going to be working on right now. It is our steps. And following our steps is very important. And as you follow the steps, there will come in some, you know, a little bit of craziness, but that is when you're making the first choice. But the rewards are huge with this. So this is a day of making those choices, of stepping forward in and looking at the things that you want to bring in, and looking at that celebration with family and with others, and seeing that, you know, there's going to be a party going on. But we got to follow. We got to listen. We got to listen to that inner wisdom that we have throughout our day, and don't rush into anything too quickly. Take your time with it. Breathe. You know, make sure that you're doing your meditations and your prayers, and you're taking your time with your meditations and prayers, so that you're able to really reflect in what it is that you are wanting to do. So they're asking me to pull out these cards. These ones are a little bit, they're heavier. They're a lot heavier. And so I'm going to pull these ones, see what there is for the energies with these. See if we get something similar with it. I love doing this. Well, we're still getting a lot of wands, but we got bounty as our overall one, of looking at the bounty of the 6 of discs. But we also have crossing. So it's the 7 of wands. It's the crossing. It's looking at things that that we need to do. And there is sort of there's a god in the back there, the god of a warring god. And with that, we have the 16, which is initiation. And it's starting off with something, but we're being initiated to go into something far greater than ourselves, because we ended with the 5 of wands again. So we still have the 5 of wands coming in. And in here it says grounding. So making sure that you're grounded with all the craziness that's going to be happening, and looking at the grounding of what it is. And the spirit and they're up. The arrows are up. So it's bringing in that energy of listening to your intuition. So it's still telling us to listen to our intuition, because when we do, we have the 6 of Pentacles comes in, of the abundance, of the love, of bringing in that abundance and love in around us. So the cards tell us something very similar, but in a different way. And that's what I love about it, when I'm, you know, especially when I double up on my, on the cards and using the different tarots. So if you're wanting a more complete reading, please get a hold of me at maryjunetracy.com, and we can book you in and get you going on a full reading. You can be anywhere in the world. I do readings on Skype, Zoom, Messenger, or even by phone. So hopefully hear from you soon. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless you and guide you. Bye-bye. God bless.